Japan is lifting the state of emergency in the prefectures of Osaka, Kyoto and Hyogo, where new COVID-19 cases are declining. But no reprieve for Tokyo as yet, nor for Hokkaido. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe holds out hope that things could change as early as next week. Much of the country has been out of a state of emergency for days, and the government hopes easing emergency measures will help the economy recover. Restrictions to businesses are already tipping the country into recession. And as Japan battles the coronavirus, it is also seeing a historic low in tourists. In April, it was just 2,900 visitors. That's a fall of 99.9% from a year ago. And our correspondent, Michio Ishida, joins us now from Tokyo. Mitch, so Prime Minister Abe says the state of emergency for Tokyo and surrounding regions could be lifted as early as next week. What's fueling his confidence?
Well, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe said that the number of cases of COVID-19 is going down, and the medical situation in the area, Tokyo, Kanagawa, Saitama, Chiba, and Hokkaido, the situation is improving. And so looking at the ratio of infection under 0.5% out of 100,000 in a week, this is the criteria Mr. Abe is basing his decision on, they could be lifted from a state of emergency. Now, Tokyo has a population of 14 million, and it has to record under 70 new cases in a week to be able to make the under 0.5 people. Now, the latest new cases in Tokyo on Thursday is 11. On Wednesday, it was 5. Before that, it was 5. So Tokyo is doing pretty good. And Mr. Abe said that on Monday next week, he will assemble a panel of experts to assess the situation. And depending on the result, he may lift the state of emergency from the Tokyo area.
Michio, has public support for Mr. Abe slipped? Some critics are claiming that he has been clumsy in handling the coronavirus outbreak. How will this affect any new policies that he may want to enact?
Well, so far, opposition parties have been quite cooperative in approving a budget related to COVID-19 because it is a national emergency situation. The first supplementary budget, worth 20% of Japan's GDP, featuring cash handouts, was smoothly approved. And next week, Mr. Abe said that he will announce a second supplementary budget. And it's to include raising the upper limit for employment adjustment, support for students, and funds for prefectures so they can attain medical equipment. But he's expected to be under fire for the resignation of a prosecutor, Tokyo prosecutor. Despite strong opposition, the Abe government tried to extend the retirement age of Mr. Hiromu Kurokawa, Attorney General, or number 2 of the prosecutors, without undergoing appropriate procedure. Now, it was seen as an act of favoritism. But it came to light that Mr. Kurokawa played mahjong with 2 newspaper reporters during the state of emergency, was also betting money. Now, Mr. Kurokawa admitted to this, and he tendered his resignation. Well, Mr. Abe's cabinet's disapproval rating is higher than his approval rating, according to an NHK poll released earlier this week. And this scandal could deal a further blow to Mr. Abe's credibility.
Okay, May, thanks for that update. Michio Ishida speaking to us from Tokyo.